King Oberon frowned. Maybe Jack Frost is up to mischief again, he said. Queen Titania nodded and turned to Rachel and Kirsty. Girls, will you come back to the palace with us? She asked. You might be able to help. Of course we will, Kirsty and Rachel replied immediately. Whenever Jack Frost and his goblins caused trouble in Fairyland, the girls helped the fairies put things right. And I will explore my underwater world and see if I can find out why the sea is rising, Shannon said, jumping into the water alongside the narwhal and giving it a hug. She took its fin in her hand, and together they dived neatly under the surface. Quickly the other fairies began to clear the beach. Meanwhile, the king and queen led Rachel and Kirsty back to Fairyland Palace. We will go to the Royal Observatory, King Oberon said. It is at the top of the tallest tower. The roof slides back so that our telescope can view the night sky. And Cedric, our royal astronomer, guards the enchanted pearls there, Queen Titania said. As they climbed the spiral staircase. The pearls are magical and very important in Fairyland and in your human world. Why? Kirsty asked. The rosy pink dawn pearl makes sure that dawn comes each morning so that the day can begin, the queen explained, and it also affects the levels of water in the oceans. The silver twilight pearl makes sure that night falls every evening, the king added. And the final pearl is the creamy white moon pearl. It controls the flow of water through the oceans and the size of the waves, he sighed. I think something is wrong with the dawn pearl, and that is why the sea is coming in so far. It will disrupt the lives of all the ocean animals, including our special friends, the narwhals. Rachel and Kirsty followed the king and queen into the observatory. The room was painted white, but the sliding roof, which was closed, was a deep blue like the night sky. There was a large golden telescope and star charts hung on the walls. Cedric, Queen Titania exclaimed, and the girls suddenly noticed a frog footman sitting on the floor, looking rather dazed. He was wrapped in a long velvet cloak embroidered with moons and stars. What happened? Asked the queen, hurrying over to him. Are you all right? Cedric looked very upset. He pointed to a crystal box that was lying open on the floor. Jack Frost and his goblins have stolen the enchanted pearls, he told the queen sadly. What? King Oberon exclaimed, horrified. Jack Frost again? Kirsty whispered to Rachel. Let's see exactly what happened, said Queen Titania, and she pointed her wand upwards. As magic from the queen's wand streamed across the ceiling, image began to appear. There was Cedric studying a large chart when a blast of wind suddenly swept the door open, and in burst Jack Frost and a group of goblins. Shocked, Cedric leapt to his feet, but Jack Frost pointed his wand at him. Immediately an icy breeze shot towards the footman, rolling his cloak around him and tying him up in knots. Help! Cried Cedric, as a fold of the cloak wrapped itself firmly around his head. Jack Frost smirked at him. "Quickly get the enchanted pearls," he shouted to his gang of goblins. While Cedric struggled with his cloak, 3 goblins rushed over to the crystal box, flung back the lid and grabbed the large gleaming pearls inside. 1 pink, 1 white, and 1 silver. Throwing the box carelessly to the floor, the goblins held the pearls up triumphantly. Jack Frost looked very pleased. "This serves those horrible fairies right," he cried. "The king and queen banned me from the luau because I have not been behaving myself. Well, without the enchanted pearls, their beach party will be a washout." He laughed spitefully. "There is going to be mayhem in the fairy and human worlds with these pearls missing. Time and tides, daybreak and nightfall, all will be disrupted." "Great idea, master," said one of the goblins. "Where shall we hide the pearls? I am fed up with the fairies always finding the magic objects we steal." Jack Frost said thoughtfully, "So this time we will hide the pearls in the human world, but underwater." The goblins looked terrified. "But we cannot breathe underwater," they moaned. "Fools," Jack Frost said scornfully. "My magic will soon sort that out." He pointed his wand at the goblins, and a stream of large icy bubbles flew from its end. Each bubble floated down over one of the goblins' head like an old-fashioned diving helmet. "Now you can breathe underwater," Jack Frost said. "And this," he went on, aiming his wand at the goblin's big green feet, "will make you super speedy swimmers." A burst of frosty sparkles swirled around the goblins' feet, and suddenly they were all wearing huge black flippers. Jack Frost looked sternly at the goblins. "Now keep those enchanted pearls safe, or you will have me to answer to," he snapped, and with another wave of his wand, a freezing wind sprang up and swept the goblins straight out of the window with the enchanted pearls.